Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is the Doctor and we're continuing to finish Rassilon in all of the storyline missions. So I want to thank everybody from the last video. We did the new link. I got a lot of comments and feedback, and thanks to everybody who let me know where to find the security officer to drop off our changeling. So if you recall, we have this changeling that's sitting in our inventory. It's a defeated changeling, and there is apparently a DOF mission to make it go away and to do its thing, and I wanted to see what that did, and I have found the place to do it. You can also do it in Deep Space Nine as well, but here on Earth Space Dock, very easy. You come to the middle of Earth Space Dock. Here it is, voila. And there's a security officer right here. And he's a DOF security officer. And talking to him will allow you to do things. This is what was not on my ship. And I guess some ships have him and some don't. But on my bridge, at least for the Tal Shiar adapted battlecruiser, there was no security officer like this. And I went through all the options on the bridge, and none of them had any kind of security DOF missions. But here on ESD, I can do that. So we talked to security officer, and you can turn over contraband, transfer prisoners, or, now that we have this changeling, deliver defeated changeling to Starfleet security. So we click that, and we get this DOF mission. For the current assignment, this position does not have any required qualifications and it may satisfy it. I recommend the following candidates. So here's what's required. Any officer can do it. Success, security officer, and there are disaster possibilities as well there. Our reward is nothing really special. Some dilithium, some XP, some expertise, and some skill points. But I just wanted to do this because, hey, it's there. It only takes 4 hours, so that'll be neat. So, this one has security officer attached to it. This one does also, but it also has one of the no-nos. So I'm just going to go with an automated personnel unit to accompany this guy who's got one of the security modifier chance of successes. And all you need is 2 for that. So my success rate is now 100% with no disaster. And I got a plus 20% from that there. If I change this one, let's see, to him maybe, my success is actually still 100% with no disaster. And now I have plus 40% quality bonus. So I'll do that. And we will see what happens. Even though he doesn't, no, he does have the security officer success there. Okay. No, he doesn't. Never mind. That's what it needs. See, this guy had it, but he's only a white. He's only common. So anyway, it looks like we're going to have success. Casualty risk is medium. It doesn't change if I change him out. So 40 plus 40% quality reward bonus, and we'll see what that leads to. So I will let that run. Start assignment. And it's in progress, and we will see what happens when it's done. I don't know at what video or what point that will be shown, but when it is, I'll save the results so that you all can see it on video. Alright, anyway, it's time for the next mission. And we are starting one of the more welcomed and more favorite featured episode series in this game, and we are starting the Dominion featured episode series, starting with Second Wave. This new stuff came out not too long ago, about a year ago I guess now. And it's very fun. It consists of 5 missions. They're all tied to each other. And we'll start with New Wave. Join the powers of the Alpha Quadrant at DS9 to plan a defense against the Borg. What will you do when an unexpected guest arrives?
By now, you've faced the Borg. The Collective is appearing with more frequency in the Alpha Quadrant now, and Defera is facing repeated attacks. We've been able to push them back so far, but we can't do it forever. Not without help. Starfleet has convinced representatives from the Klingon Empire, the Cardassians, and the Deferi to meet on Deep Space Nine. We want you to be there as well.
Okay, report to Deep Space Nine to take part in negotiations for a combined force to combat the Borg. And when we finish this mission, we'll get the first set of our Jem'Hadar ground set, and that will be fun. We'll talk about that at the end of this mission. But basically, this is one of the first featured episode series, or along that line, where they started voicing a whole lot of it, especially the dialogue. So that was neat to see. And ever since then, they just keep adding voiceover after voiceover after voiceover, and that's a lot of fun. I like that. Apparently, they're bringing in another well-known Star Trek actor to voice in the upcoming season update. So that will be a lot of fun. A new featured episode series as well. So that will be fun. Good stuff all around. Let's see. I don't think we can. No, we can't. We should be able to warp to. No, I can't. I'm thinking of a different character. Yeah, I cannot. I was going to say we can just warp to DS9. I'm thinking of Ensign Ricky, who just became a diplomat, who can now warp to DS9. Yay, Ensign Ricky. But Rassilon, he is stuck. He cannot warp. And I need to be doing DOF missions on him so that he can get to that point. Diplomatic DOF missions. And there are none right here, right now. But that's what I need to be working on with him, Rassilon here, because he will need to get there. He is rank 1 in diplomatic. And that's all. We have a ways to go. Beta Ursi. Let's plot a course to DS9. Engage. Transwarp 28. A little slow. A little slow. But we'll get there. Eventually. And we're almost there. Okay, let's begin the second wave. Welcome to... Yeah, that's just a welcome. Okay, we need to attend the board conference. Talk to Commander Andrews in operations. So let's go to Ops. And I like how everyone beams in once you get here, or fades in. It's like they're in a different reality. And they fade in as soon as we get there. Talk to Commander Karen Andrews. It's our resident person who's talking to herself, apparently. She likes to talk to her controls.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain Kurland is available. I wonder, would you be willing to track down the other attendees and inform them of the delay? I can send a junior officer, but I thought this way you'd get a chance to meet the delegates before formal talks begin. Every little bit of connection or information helps in a diplomatic situation.
I like how her voice did not match the text on the screen. I'm Commander Karen Andrews, Captain Kurland's first officer. He asked me to inform you that he has been delayed dealing with an incident in Cargo Bay 3. Also, I must remind you that you are here as our guest. I don't expect any trouble, but it never hurts to remind someone about the rules. Wow! She's telling me, huh? Our peoples have had a somewhat rocky past, but that doesn't mean we can't be civil to one another. I admire the steps you people have taken in the wake of such a disaster, and I hope we can work out differences. You people? Did she just call me you people? Well, she's not racist. And apparently, though, she does recognize I am not Starfleet, so, or at least not human. That's something. Fortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain... Now, this is where her voice picked up here. So I need to go meet the other conference delegates. And I'll just stand right here, and I'll jump on your head. Nope, I missed. And I'll jump on you, and I'll jump over you. And I'll do a little twist. How do you like that? And then we'll go on. Speak with conference attendees. Ah, yes, we got to speak. It's been a long time since I've done these missions. We've got to speak with Stas in the multi-purpose room, and Captain Sean in the shipyard, and Rugen Skyle in the Replomat, and Ambassador Sura in Quark's Bar. Let's start with Quark's Bar, because it's like, should be close. Where is it? Somewhere. If all else fails, just keep going in a circle, because all of Earth's space dock is in a circle. Actually, we come to this guy first. This is Ambassador Rugen Skyle, the bald Cardassian. Well, maybe they're all bald, I don't remember. The Cardassian who looks funny. Let's leave it at that. Talk to Ambassador Ruben
I'm
style.
looking forward to the conference and what your government has to say about the Borg. While I agree the Borg are indeed a threat, I'm not entirely clear as to what you expect the Ditapa Council to do about it.
Well, fine.
If you will remember, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War and only maintain a small force for planetary defense. Those ships you may have seen were stolen from my government by the True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror.
Captain Curlin has been unavoidably detained. We will delay the start of the conference until he's ready.
Being here on Deep Space Nine reminds me of my mentor, Gul Mavek, who was stationed here during the Dominion occupation. During his time here, he came across a peculiar drink, Bajoran distilled Kanar. Apparently, during the Cardassian occupation, the soldiers wanted their favorite libation, but there was not enough Kanar in the shipments from home. So these resourceful young officers conscripted a group of Bajorans, mostly from the religious houses, to distill Kanar for them. The Kanar from Bajor has a different color and flavor from the best Cardassian vintages because of the local ingredients used in its distillation. Nevertheless, many of the officers who drank it developed quite a taste for this Bajoran pleasure. It is impossible to find a similar vintage on Cardassia Prime, and I want to present a bottle to my mentor and friend, Gul Mavek, upon my return to the homeworld. It would mean so much to him, and I would be most grateful to anyone who could assist me in this small task.
So I'll just make the statement right now that I already did these things in the original run-through of these missions. If you want to go see where all this leads to by chasing down the Kanar for him and the other things for the other people, watch my original playthrough when this featured episode series came out. I have like a whole separate playlist just on this featured episode series, and you can see what all that is. It does not lead to any consequences or benefits. So you can do it, it's optional, you can go find Kanar for this guy, but it will not lead to anything different, and it will not change the outcome or the result. So there's absolutely no reason to do it. And this is why I really do encourage Cryptic, if you're watching Cryptic, hello, to please give us consequences and benefits to making different choices that lead down separate paths. Because as it is, it doesn't matter what you do, it all funnels into the same result. Anyway, a little off track. I'm not going to do these extra things. It just takes more time that we don't need to spend that leads to nothing. So I'm not going to do that stuff. Next, let's get to Quark's bar. Find Sura, who is a fairy.
Round and round it goes.
Somewhere. That's a Klingon. I mean, not a Klingon, a Ferengi. Here we go. Here's Sura.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the Collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes.
Captain Krillin has a situation he must deal with immediately. I'm sorry to tell you that the start of the conference has been delayed.
I understand. I must find something to do with my free time. I had been hoping to spend some time in one of the holosuites here. Several people have recommended them, and there is an historical holoprogram, the Matara Nebula, that I have been eager to play. Could you help me gain access to a holosuite? An hour or two would be more than sufficient.
I've got other duties. Find it yourself. Also, I am going to let the dialogue play out. I know it can be tedious and annoying at times, but I'll let it play out and we'll listen to what they have to say. Okay, we've got Stas in the multi-purpose room and Sean in the shipyard. Multi-purpose room is perhaps here. I think this is not it. This is the docking ring. And that is Sean. We will do Sean last. So let's talk to Stas. Multi-purpose. Around and around we go. If you ever get lost in Earth Space Dock or DS9, all you have to do is keep going in a circle and eventually you'll find what you need. And we should find Stas right there in the middle, pointing at people. And I'll stand on the table so I can equal his height and we'll talk to him.
I was informed you would be here. Have you come with another friendly reminder from Commander Andrews? Feel free to report back to her and let her know that I haven't eaten the furniture or scared away the Dabo players. Not yet, anyway.
Ha ha ha! Commander Andrews wanted you to know that the start of the conference has been delayed.
That is troubling. My ship is waiting to return to Kronos as soon as these talks are completed. I have no wish to linger here any longer than is necessary.
Yeah, and I don't want your smelly face here any longer than it's necessary either. Because you need to bathe. Now let's go talk to Sean. The Federation representative, I'm guessing. It's either Starfleet or Federation. They have Starfleet representatives, and they have Federation representatives, and they have Earth representatives, and it's all mixed up. Alright, Sean. Talk to Sean.
Greetings. I'm Captain Volkel Sean. I've heard a lot about you. It's good to finally meet.
It's good to meet you too.
I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Captain Jolan is dealing with a problem in the cargo base. The start of the conference will be delayed. Oh, he's not going to tell me this, huh? Thank you for bringing this information to me. I hope the problem's not too serious. It's unfortunate. I was hoping make use. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give him a break because he's an alien. I was hoping make use of some of DS9's facilities. Will you excuse me? I need to contact my ship. Well, you know what? Just cause I'll do the little thing for him because
I appreciate the offer.
It's
my crew could really use a few
I
extra
don't have
hands
to
get
go
the work
anywhere
done.
and look
But if
for
you need
things.
your officers to do something else, I understand.
All I have
I'll
to
talk
do,
to Commander Andrews to see if she has anyone who can help.
All I have to do is start these DOF missions for him. Oh, I don't have the required DOFs. Pooh. Well, I guess I can't do all of them. Oh. Maybe. No. Maybe not. Oh, there's some lag. Boo. There we go. Okay, I got him. Yay, whatever that will do.
Sorry
for
to
us.
trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
Zavglach Trem. Try to say that 3 times fast. Zavglach Trem. Zavglach Trem. Zavglach Trem. Zavglach Trem. Zavglach Trem. Zavglach Trem. It's actually not too difficult. Now try it at home, kids. I actually know where this dude's at. Let's find the temple. Because he be looking at them orbs. And around we go. I forget where the temple's at in this thing. It's been a long time since I've been to DS9. Don't come here often. You don't need to anymore. Used to, you had to come here all the time for the STFs because this is where the rewards were when you had to trade in your thingamajigs and get your thingamajigs to get your thingamajigs. But no longer. Here he is. Zavglach.
My apologies, both to you and Commander Andrews. It's not often that I get some time to myself these days. Captain Kurland offered me the use of his office, but I came here instead for some peace and quiet. Peace. It's in far too short of supply these days.
Yes.
I've been in Starfleet for a long time. I've seen more battles than I care to remember. But this one, there's no reasoning with the Borg. There's no chance for a non-violent solution. I only hope that we can unite before they come for us. No one is safe.
Okay. That's great. Now let's go, see, this says optional. I actually have the duty officer things going, but they're gonna still take, oh, that one, oh, they're gonna take 2 minutes to complete. I don't know if I should wait for them to finish or not. I'm not. Let's go to do the thing, conference room. Ah, yes, the conference. This will be fun. Let's take a seat. I hope they recognize that I'm Romulan and not with Starfleet. And I'm looking at a table. Okay, there we go. And there we go.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
I'm sure what the esteemed ambassador from the Klingon Empire meant to say is that he hopes we are all so crippled by our efforts to stop the Borg, we will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I do not want to be assimilated, but I don't want to be a servant to the Klingon Empire either.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, I'm standing up again.
Did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Now we can go through all these things and talk to these people and try to convince them of the good fight. If you are high on the diplomatic scale, or you have all your diplomacy up to like tier 4 or whatever, there are diplomatic answers for all of these, and it becomes so much easier. But we are not, so we're not going to have those options. Let's talk to ambassadors. Okay, let's talk to Strauss. The Klingon Empire would be foolish to ignore this fight.
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire.
Now, because I am tier 1 diplomacy, I have 1 diplomacy option, so I can use it here. Without your help, every civilization represented here could fall to the Borg, and that would make the Borg even stronger. Ha! Starfleet won't survive without our assistance. It is good, then, that we see the merit in fighting at your side in this instance. It would not be honorable for us to reserve our strength while others go out to fight. That is a trick worthy of, well, someone of your pointy-eared persuasion. Ooh, is that an insult?
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Talk to Skyle.
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We have achieved a great deal in the past decades, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the True Way makes progress difficult. It would be best if we reserve our limited resources. I will not weaken my world to defeat the Borg, only to become the victim of another power already here in the Alpha Quadrant.
I say we do not have a diplomacy option because we don't have Tier 2. So let's see, we can do two things here. What about your family? What will happen to them if the Borg invade Cardassia Prime? Or a potential war after the Borg are dealt with isn't important now. What you should be thinking about is how to survive when the collective attacks. Let's talk about his family. He might actually be one of those Cardassians that care about people. Let's find out.
I will protect my home until my last breath. My people do not need to be distracted by having to concern ourselves with all of you.
Maybe that wasn't the best one.
Perhaps keeping ourselves separate is the best protection we could have. You may think Cardassia is weak.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the right option.
You are wrong. We will not lose the advances we have fought and bled for, simply to become pawns of the powers of the Alpha Quadrant. Cardassians are not strangers to sacrifice, but we do not take any sacrifice lightly. And I see no need now to sacrifice for a cause that is not ours.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
But don't worry about getting these questions wrong if you're playing. Again, it all leads to the same result. In the end, we're going to convince everybody to fight with us, and it never really picks up on the storyline because the whole thing changes here in a few seconds.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern.
War is on your very doorstep, and you waste time talking about balance. See, I don't want to attack them.
My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment. Balance comes in many forms. It may be our time to depart this universe and make way for others, as others have done before. If it is, so be it. We will protect what we can of our culture and knowledge for those who come after, as the Preservers did for us.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
I failed the Cardassian and I failed the Defera. Wow.
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do. Under dire circumstances, Starfleet may be forced to pull back from protecting all life to a position where we can defend only the core worlds. I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, however, the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few. Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose anymore. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. We'll put an end to this together.
Let's take a quick recess to cool off. And that's funny. I don't remember anyone being scheduled to fly through the wormhole today.
Well, at least I passed on the Starfleet one. That would be terrible if I lost on the Starfleet, didn't convince them to join the fight when they're the ones who, like, invited us here. Uh-oh, wormhole. And eventually, okay, there we go. And it's Dominion ships. It's the Jem'Hadar.
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain!
Oh, there are
it's a
two of them,
Dominion
right?
fleet!
That's
They're
neat.
charging weapons! Red alert!
Oh. Some of these cutscenes are so choppy. There's like transitions are terrible. Oh, we've got some Dominion forces on board. This is going to get interesting.
Jem'Hadar boarding the station. Get the delegates out of here.
I like how basically the station had no defenses whatsoever.
We have to get out of here.
And I like how Strauss just jumped across the table and took that guy out. That's boss right there.
Evac
Okay.
Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it. The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
So my job is to leave the conference room. I can do that. And you guys just stay there, and the wormhole is still open. Ah, here we go. Everybody's with me now. We need to escort the VIPs to the shipyard. If you're engineering, you can free a trapped security officer. If you're science, you can heal injured security officer. And if you're tactical, you can arm the delegates. Well, I'm science on this character, so it's going to be healing. Healing injured security officer somewhere. I'm guessing it's this guy. Actually, that's tactical. I can't do that. And I can't heal that person. And I'm not engineering, so I can't override the door. You're just going to have to stay there. For some reason, wouldn't that be terrible if only that rank could do those things in real life, or at least on the show? Then that person would stay in this room and die forever. Simply because I'm not engineering science. It's like, oh, I can't push a button to open a door. And apparently I'm also going to die. Oh, I need cover. Healing. I wasn't even trying there. All right, let's do this.
Flanking damage detected.
Stas apparently is the only one fighting. It's not good. So, yeah. Again, I cannot get the weapon because I'm not tactical. And I can't open a door because for some reason science people don't know how to open a door. Let's go down here real quick and see if there's anything. I'm not sure if there was. I don't remember there being anything down here. But I just want to check real quick. Any hidden secrets? No, I guess there's no hidden secrets. Just an empty room. I had to look at least. And I gotta find this guy to heal somewhere. I was thinking it was that security officer, but I guess not, and that person's stuck. So that's that. Maybe in here? No.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Target somewhere. Ah. Stop coming after me. Go after the big guy. He likes to hit things. Got it. Okay. No. Yes. Oh, people just materialized around me or decloaked. There we go. I want to check in the temple here real quick, see if there's anything hidden. Probably not, but I want to find out. There's an orb. It'd be so neat if I found like an Easter egg or something in here, but I guess not. They're running in circles trying to figure out where I'm at. Still haven't found the person to heal. I forgot where he's at. It's been a long time since I played this mission.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
Easy peasy. There used to be a weapon or something back here you could take. I guess they took that away. No weapons back here now.
Personal shield losing power.
Come on. Alright, good. Keep moving on. Oh, this is where we come to an end. Time to go to the next scene. Defeat the Jem'Hadar commander. I guess I totally missed the guy to heal, darn it. I'm sure it was really obvious.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Where's everybody at? I'm on my own. Great. Oh.
Flanking damage detected.
Die again. Wow, somehow I survived. Nope, I didn't survive. Take that back. Thought he was dead. He wasn't. Come on, guys, save me. Where are you? Dude, Stas is taking on the commander over there by himself. He's not doing a good job either. I wonder if he can die. I guess he could. Let's try this again. It's too late to go back and look for the dude to heal because it's gone now from my screen. I thought it would have been that first security officer we saw laying down, but there was absolutely no option to heal him. I went over there. No buttons. I don't know. It's not a big deal, honestly. It really doesn't matter. I'll probably go back and play it again to figure that out, or watch my own playthrough of it. I'm sure I got it right the first time when I played this. Okay, now you guys. Who's guys? You be dead. I'll shoot you.
Personal shield losing power.
Oh, he's not the commander. Alright, Captain, we need to get back to the ship. We'll hold position here as long as we can, but the Jem'Hadar fleet is approaching the station. Use the docking door to return to your ship. I know everybody at home was butt clenching because I didn't get the science thing, and you're all pointing it out and saying, it was right there, you should have done that, you didn't do that, you could have done that. I know. Butt clenches everywhere. I like how it just drops you right in the middle of this huge battle. Like, just right in the middle. Stuck on DS9.
Target shield has failed.
I don't even know what my ship is firing at, but I hope it's firing at something. It's so big. Okay, we've got to go. Clear a path for ships. Assist the Belfast, the Opaka, the Fletcher, and the Finda, which are over this way.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Okay.
Target
Hit him
shield
with that.
failed.
Good, now let's go fast into the next one. Belfast saved.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I need an emergency power to auxiliary. I have it on another character, and I use it all the time on my science character. Now that this guy's science, I am missing that power. Emergency power to auxiliary. Very useful for science powers. I need to retool the bridge officers. But I'll be changing out of the ship shortly anyway after this series of missions. And most of these missions are ground-based anyway. Okay. Next one. Oh yeah, there we go. Not too far away. Because my auxiliary power is pretty terrible for a science officer. Of course, I could manually adjust that, but hey, that's the easy way. That's too logical for me to do. I can't do the right thing. That makes too much sense.
Target's shields have failed.
Oh, I failed the Fletcher. Where was the Fletcher? That sucks. I tried to get there. I was doing everything I can. This ship only moves so fast. Oh well, not a perfect run, but in the end, it does not really matter. Again, all my crew are disabled. That doesn't take much for my crew to go offline, that's for sure. Can't even see the enemy, they're down there somewhere.
More shields failing.
Okay, there we go, DS9.
Captain Curland, good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
No! Oh, she got her head chopped off.
Andrews? Andrews!
Actually, that'd be pretty awesome.
Someone, answer
if they showed
me.
that.
What's going on?
A head just rolling down
Captain,
DS9.
My name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
She just runs... I don't know what she's running toward. Running toward the... ready room? Captain, there's nothing more we can do but see our guests to safety. I have been in contact with Starfleet, and they would like us to report to Bajor. Planning for a counteroffensive is underway, but for today, the station belongs to the Jem'Hadar. It is our duty to ensure that Bajor does not fall as well. Warp to Bajor! And everybody, welcome to Bajor. Isn't it pretty? We will regroup, recover, and retake what is ours. The fleet is retreating to Bajor space to protect the planet in case the Jem'Hadar decide to push their advantage. Captain Curland is in contact with Starfleet Command, and we will be routing all available ships to this region. We defeated them once. We can do it again. Collect rewards. You must choose rewards. Okay, let's choose our reward. Obviously, we're going for the full auto rifle because it is part of the Jem'Hadar Armored Shroud set. There is a weapon, a shield, and an armor. and you put all those things together on yourself, and you've got a 2-piece bonus called Jem'Hadar Shroud and a 3rd-piece bonus called Combat Triage Subroutine, and it's an activatable power, which is very cool. And we'll go over all those powers once I get the whole set. But yes, I'll take the weapon because, hot dog, I'm going to be putting this on Rassilon because it's the best thing to go with until you get Mako or Adapted Mako. So we'll put the weapon, actually we'll just put it on him right now. We'll take off our Romulan Disruptor. We'll put this thing on. Actually, we'll put that in the primary slot. I said primary slot, and there's lag. Oh, don't you just love the lag? The lag, it's so wonderful. It's not gonna work for me. Forget it. Work, darn it. Switch, do something. Sometimes, I swear. Okay, I'm gonna come back and my whole inventory is gonna be messed up now. Okay, well, anyway, that was fun, I suppose. Yes, no, maybe. Second wave completed. I have a few issues with that mission. Number one issue is, why was not the station protected a little bit better? First of all, this is like 50 years after Voyager. They've had a lot of time to put some defenses on this station and make it defensible. They actually did it during the Dominion War, so what happened to all those defenses they had on there? There's phaser turrets they added, and cannons, and torpedoes, and everything. What happened to all that stuff they used in the Dominion War? Apparently, the station now is just an open sitting thing out in space that has no defenses whatsoever. Because the Jem'Hadar just came and beamed down and took it. And you would think, being at the mouth of the wormhole, not knowing what alien could come through, that you would want to have a station that's defensible, a defensive station. Some phasers would be nice. A torpedo or two. Come on, I know you can do it. You've had 50 or 60 years to do it. Anyway, that part's a little unbelievable to me, is how easy it got taken over. If it was harder, if there were like things flying and like half the Jem'Hadar fleet, you know, was destroyed, but then they ended up taking the station, just like huge cutscene about that. Well, that would be pretty impressive, and that I would like that. But no, it's just like they just come and they take the station. That's just not, the believability factor is not there for me. Second, Ops is not very populated either. Andrews seems to be the only person in Ops. There's like nobody there. Why would you have, especially when you're going to have all these delegates coming from Cardassia, from the Romulans, from the Klingon side, from Starfleet and the Federation, you're having all these delegates show up. Wouldn't you have a populated Ops and a populated station to like protect them? Like, you would have security guards at the doors and the entrances. You would have Ops filled and people watching their monitors and making sure everything's okay. You would have, you know, you would do things like that. At least that's how they do it in the real world. But apparently on Deep Space Nine, no, it's just one person running Deep Space Nine, and the Jem'Hadar are going to come and take us over. Believability factor out the window on that one. So that's my complaint. See, all it did is did some stuff, and we got some lithium, some blah blah blah, yeah. So we didn't really get a lot of reward for doing those things for Sean, but we did them anyway, so it's done. Now we can say it's done. Didn't do anything. Anyway, we also got some of these nano energy cell kinetic capacitors. Activate to enhance Jem'Hadar weapons for 15 minutes. I might use those. I've never used them before, but I could try it because I've never done it before. It'll come in handy on some of the ground missions. And most of this is ground. There is a big battle at the end, but most of what you're fixing to see is going to be all ground, so we're not going to be able to use our ship too much. And in fact, one of the missions is in a shuttle, so we'll do that. But I'm looking forward to actually getting rid of this ship. I thought it would be a great ship. I really did. On paper, it looks good. And in space, it looks like you could pound this thing to death and it would stay alive. But it does not stay alive. It wants to die, and it wants to kill your crew. And a ship that kills your crew is just not a good ship to have. Every time you go into battle, all your crew dies. I think you need to look at some different options. There's got to be something better out there that doesn't automatically kill all your crew every time you go into battle. So, that's funny. But it's sadly true. You guys have seen it. It's terrible at that. Now, it might just be me. Maybe I'm not doing things right. But at the end of all this, when we finish all these episodes, and then I get the reputation system, you know, like a year from now, when I finally get all the reputation maxed out and everything on this character, and I get good gear and good equipment, maybe we'll come back to this ship, re-equip it, and try it with new stuff, and try it out again, you know, down the road. But it has a short life left for us. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that, and stay tuned. The next 4 videos are all about this Dominion featured episode series before we get to the Borg. So stay tuned. I hope you all enjoyed that, and stay tuned for the next.